I am very excited to share some ideas with you because I think it's going to push some buttons. It's going to challenge you. It's going to make you rethink some things about your life. And if you can grasp some of these concepts and really work on them, get after them, it's going to make a big difference. And that's what I'm all about. I want to make a big difference in your life. I want to help you to find whatever it is that you love, enjoy, and have some great fun. Great fun being the key word here. That's 2 words, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to talk about here is acceptance. I told you I'd do a second segment, right? This is the number 2 segment. If you need to go back and get a refresher, you can do that. But we're going to cover some really good ideas here about acceptance. The first step of acceptance is to create a list of quantities. So what this means is that you go in, you see what's going on in your life and the quantities of it. Like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you this or that? Or what are the quantities? Like, what's your financials? What's your body? What's your friends, your associations, all the stuff. That's what we're looking for is a quantity. And then once we've quantitized it all, guess what the next step is? This is the hardest part. Accept it all. This is it. This is what you have. This is what you are. And you can get some help on this from your friends, your family, but accept it all. Can you believe how tough that is? Feel that resistance inside you. It's amazing, isn't it? And then in order to get rid of those feelings, you have to erase the feelings of hurt and lack because you realize that you have been resisting this and not accepting acceptance for all this time. So in order to get rid of that, you just have to let go of those feelings of hurt and loss. Just let them go like you haven't lost anything. Where you are is where you are, okay? And here's a key point. Once you accept a part of you, you can choose something different. Isn't that profound? This is what the divine shared with me. I think it's so interesting. Till you can accept something, you are focused on it, you're fighting it, you're resisting it, you're hanging out with it. You're saying, you know what, I have too much weight on my body. I've been doing this my whole bloody life. It's terrible. But as soon as you accept it, where you are, then you can choose something different. Otherwise, you're stuck. Choose something different. The point is that we are not mistakes. We are created in this space, and that there's no going back. There's no past. We are what we are, and we're beautiful, and we're wonderful, and you are wonderful. Accepting opens up choices. What choices come as a result of you accepting where you are right now? Can you feel how good that feels? It's freedom. It's opening up things in your life that you never had before. The universe does not go back and detest its creations. So why should you? It's just a silly illusion that we have to go back into our past and break ourselves down. Now here's this beautiful story, this beautiful treatise on acceptance that I got, and I want to share it with you because it's so profound and so interesting. If you want to get a copy, let me know. Each quality that you have may be looked at like a scale or spectrum. Make notes of how much of each characteristic that you have on a scale of, say, 1 to 5. Check with others and see what they say you have. Do an average and come up with a reasonable figure that gives you a good flavor of what you have in the way of qualities. Okay, so this is what I was saying over here on quantities. You may also want to identify other areas that are in your life, such as friends and loved ones, enemies and detractors. You can list also who may help you and any other asset that you have that you find is useful to you. You may even want to talk about your past experiences and what you have learned and absorbed in your conscious days and nights. Make sure and list your girth and weight and all the quantities of your body. Do all this rather quickly and playfully. Once you have a good list and a sense of the quantities of your life, then you can begin the process of accepting all of it. You may have some resistance from within accepting certain parts of you. This is quite understandable since you have had several years of resisting this part of you, and it may take time to undo all that thinking. This is the hard part, isn't it? We've been fighting and resisting. I've had this thing going on with my weight and my gut for my whole life. Well, since I was probably 20 something. And there's all these years of resisting this part of me. And somehow I have to take all those years and undo all that thinking. It's very, very important and very difficult in some ways, but I also think it's a really, really good exercise. It is satisfying to know that you can erase those feelings of hurt and lack of acceptance in the short moment that it takes to change your thinking as well. This is what causes miracles. New thinking that stays with you forever. Think about that just for a moment. Miracles are new thinking that stays with you forever. You may not like part of you, but that is different than accepting it. Accepting is being realistic and seeing that whatever you think about it, it's not going to change. You can hate your girth, but it will not change. In truth, hating it will make sure that it stays that way or bigger. Is that what we want? Accepting is a way of being real. Accepting says that you are right now what you are. Nothing more, nothing less. When you measure something and it measures 35, it is 35, not 34 or 36. When you do not accept what is, you say that it is not 35. When you live in a fantasy that makes it 34 because you want it to be different, then how can you ever even live with it as 34? Accepting means that you bless and acknowledge what you are right now. Once you accept each part of you, then and only then can you choose something different. What you resist exists. What you accept is then changeable. Until you accept all that is right now, you cannot stop your worries and fears from expanding. Having accepted all of you, you bring some love into your life. God works in total freedom and wisdom. When you did not accept what is or what you are saying that God has made a mistake, namely you. Once you accept that all is in order and that what you have chosen to this point to get you where you are is what brought you to this moment, then you can begin to work with the universe in a constructive way. Isn't that profound? We accept that everything that has gone on, everything we've chosen to this point, got us to this place. And when we accept that and we acknowledge it and we bless it and we don't judge it, then we can begin to work with the universe. Accepting opens up choices. When you resist what has brought you to how you are, then you have no choice but to feel badly and curse God and yourself. Once you accept what is, then you can work with what you have and make changes if you desire them. Until you get to that point, your only choice is to resist and fight. So, you want a smaller waist? Accept what your waist is right now. Love your waist, feel it, and enjoy all that it is. Relish all the meals that you have had that brought you to this point, since they were all your choices. How good was all those meals, huh? Realize that every meal and each exercise session has given you what you have. Bless all those decisions, and that you have the health and the insulation that you do. I love that one. This is insulation here, baby. I'm saying warm. When you love who you are, you decide to collaborate with the universe. You choose to live with what you have created in a way that helps you see what you have created and bless your creations. The universe does not look back and detest its creations. There is no time for that and no past. There is only what is at this moment and more creations beginning now. Here you are, whole and blessed, to be alive and conscious of what you are in a new way. Isn't that great? Just these great concepts. We are alive and more conscious now. What are you going to do now? The answer to this question has everything to do with what will be in the next moment and the one after that. Acceptance means that you are now free to choose what you want to be while blessing and loving what you are at this moment. Choose your highest thoughts and the highest ones after that. Bless and enjoy each choice and accept what occurs because of your choices. We make a choice and then we accept what occurs because of our choices. Back and forth, making the choice and accepting what comes. If the choices do not bring what you want, then try some different choices. Each time you choose, you bless what that choice gave to you, and then you choose again. Gods create worlds. You are creating a world also, your own. Feel free to make it any way you want it to be. Make your world one that accepts all that is. And then when you desire a change, make the change and create again. Feel free to make it any way you want it to be. Make your world one that accepts all that is, all of it. And then when you desire a change, make a change and create again. Changes happen from accepting what is and then finding some new creation to accept and love. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we could shift our lives this way? Making changes by accepting what is and then finding a new creation that we want, and then we accept and love that. It's so beautiful. When changes occur, the only way to stay peaceful and joyful in your life is to accept all that you create and all of creation. When you choose to accept, the results will astound you and you will carry the most precious gifts with you always. Love and joy. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the challenge. Accept what is, make the changes, and then enjoy and accept and love all that is. It's a great challenge, but it's the step that we have to take if we want to find peace and joy in our lives. I hope you can accept what is, what you are, and enjoy fully all of your choices and all of the love that is in your life. I love you, and I want you to feel that love, and I hope you can come back often so that you feel that love and these great concepts more often. Thank you.